All right. I think we are ready. Well, I'm here. We'll sit over here and dock our chat. See if anybody comes in to say hello. We're going to do this and this and this. All right. All right. Well, hello anybody that is here with me. We're not, I'm kind of putting this together as a live thing tonight. I'm not as prepared as I normally am, so we'll just kind of sit here and talk if anybody wants to talk while I kind of get pieces together. This is going to be the 6th game of the season for the Toronto Blue Jays. If I bring up this, I don't need the audio though. We can set this up to give me. I wish there were a way with the OBS chat window to like pin it on top. But there's not. Not as far as I know, at least. If I pop that out, can I? Nope, I don't want to dock it. I just wanted to... Whatever. We'll dock it back over here on the side. Looks great. All right, like I said, this is going to be game 6 of the season. So far, my Toronto Blue Jays have not been performing very well. Like I said, I am most definitely not prepared to actually do this. So I do have to put together my lineups. So anybody wants to kind of chill with me while I'm doing it, that sounds good too. Like I said, we know that the El Duque Orlando Hernandez beat my Blue Jays. I keep calling them my Blue Jays. The Blue Jays, the last time that we played. I'm curious to see what the lineups are that they're going to end up giving me. All right, let's see what we got. My team has got to start hitting at some point. And I also know, so we know our starting pitchers for the day are going to be Esteban Loaiza and Christian Parker. Christian Parker starting for the Yankees at 2001 Yankees Stadium. Does my bench? Shane Spencer was not on that team yet, so I don't think that's my live bench yet. This is maybe my stack of... There we go, let's see. And my starting pitcher today is Mr. Esteban Loaiza. Pretty sure Loaiza started the first game of the season for me this year. Let's pop over here to our lineups. We'll check against our bullpen and make sure that those are all right as well. This should be the first game of the season for Jeter, I think. So we'll see what ends up happening there. My bullpen for the Blue Jays. Nothing appears to have changed. We're still carrying the same squad of pitchers. Mahalik is there. Byrne is there. Yep, we're looking good there. And then let's take a look at our Toronto Blue Jays bench. Who's my Blue Jays bench today? Castillo, Gonzalez, and Fulmer's on the bench today. And it looks like Batista gets himself back in the lineup. Alberto Castillo. He's there. Alex Gonzalez. Yeah. All right, so there's my Blue Jays bench of a whopping 3 players. So it looks like my starting lineup is going to be Friel and Fletcher and Delgado and Shannon Stewart and Jose Cruz, Raul Mondesi, Tony Batista, Chris Woodward, Brian Simmons. We'll go through our official announcing of our starting lineups when we get a little bit more ready here. 2001 New York Yankees for Game 2 here in the series. The bench is Knobloch, Oliver. I know Siebel came into the game. Siebel's still there. Alfonso Soriano finds himself on the bench for this game, and then Clay Bellinger. So here's my Yankees bench. And our starting lineup is David Justice in the leadoff, Scott Brocious 2, Bernie 3. Gotta find that Jeter card. Where you at there, Derek Jeter? I did not need you. There you are, Jeter. Tino, Jorge, Paul O'Neill, Coleman. All right, so there is our Yankees lineup, and we're going to check our bullpen, because with Jeter coming back, I would not doubt that something changed. Wah, wah, wah. Let's see. So we got Bowringer Almanzar, Roger Clemens, El Duque, Parker, Mariano Rivera, Todd Williams, Randy Choate, Mussina, Pettit, and who else we got here? Mike Stanton. All right, we still have our regular stuff there. I wonder... 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then my 11th is my starter. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I guess that's what we're going with here. All right, so we are... please waiting. That's what we are doing. We are please waiting. All right, we have got ourselves some baseball. Baseball. This is the 6th game of the Toronto Blue Jays season here in 2021. This is the Sports Simulation Spectator. I am your host, Michael Green, and I have taken control of the Toronto Blue Jays in 2001. Let's take a look. I usually like to have the baseball reference page up for the game that got played. So let's go to our schedule, just so I can see kind of what happened here. This is Saturday, April 7th. In real life, Chris Mahalik pitched the win. Loaiza had gotten the start the day prior. My Blue Jays have yet to win, or they've won one game. In real life, they went 5-1 to start their season. So we're definitely not doing that. As much as I may wish, we are definitely not doing that. So this is April, and we are going to roll for some weather. We are playing at the 2001 Yankees Stadium. Our starting pitchers are Christian Parker, the right-handed pitcher for the New York Yankees, facing off against Esteban Loaiza. Loaiza did start the season. He is some number of stats. We'll figure it out, I guess, at some point. I also realized, thanks to watching Steve Towers and after further review, that every time that I've done a special event or rare play, I guess they call it in this game, I was not re-rolling my dice. So I was never going to get rare rolls or rare plays that were anywhere outside of the standard number you'd need to roll to get a rare play. So we're going to start doing that a little bit different. Let's get us some rolls in here. I also, one of these days, I'm going to print myself a little chart so that I can have the wind, because I always forget about the wind. Here's weather. All right, here we go. This is still an April game. Is it a day or a night game? See, this is why we bring up, we hold baseball reference here. This is a day game. So we're playing a day game in April. Base temperature of 47 plus another, whoa, big number, 16 and another 622 on top of the 47. So we're looking at a 69-degree day. 69 degrees. We're going to roll for rain. That is a 5, 8, 9. 9 or less. Clear clouds. Clear day. 69 degrees here in early April. And our roll for wind. I don't think I roll all three because I always get it wrong. Roll two 10-sided dice. We're taking the two 10-sided dice. That is a 16. Wind is blowing from right to left. From right to left. Which means anything on the deep left is going to be +1, and then deep right is -1. No change on center. So we're just going to jot that down. Deep left is +1. Deep right, -1. All right. How are we looking over here on OBS? We're looking good. My head is always looking the wrong direction. Should I just flip myself? Maybe I'll do that. Oh! Wrong way to flip. Flip, 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 flip. There we go. Now it looks like I'm looking at... Nope. I'm looking the wrong direction. Can't do it. Hate it. Great. There we go. All right. Our... Going here to the top of the first inning, the Toronto Blue Jays are leading off. We're going to pop our full starting lineups. Take a look at this box score. Starting at second base is Ryan Friel, batting first. Batting second is catcher Darren Fletcher. Batting third, first baseman Carlos Delgado. Batting fourth in left field is Shannon Stewart. Jose Cruz batting fifth in center. Raul Mondesi in right field. Tony Batista back in the lineup today, batting seventh and playing third base. Chris Woodward is the shortstop in 8, and Brian Simmons rounds out the lineup, batting in 9th and DHing today. Facing off against Christian Parker. In real life, Christian Parker got one game. He got one start, and he got lit up. 21 ERA across 3 innings pitched. So let's hope, for the sake of the Blue Jays, that this is the game that gets us back on track. So here we are on this nice, gorgeous 1 o'clock baseball game. We're going to say it's a 1 o'clock baseball game in New York. 69 degrees, and the first pitch to Ryan Friel is a 1-5-9. 1-5-9, and we are starting off with a ball 4 wide. And Ryan Friel gets himself on first. So, I don't typically do a lot of stealing. We're going to try to establish a lead. We're going to try to see how this works. So, I don't do stealing a lot. Christian Parker is a 1 hold. So he's got an 11. I need Ryan Friel's steal of 5 plus 2 d10s. He gets a 14, so he establishes himself a lead. Runner speed rating versus the catcher's arm. So we're stealing with a lead. So its speed plus 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 is greater than that plus arm. The arm for Jorge Posada is a 5. So it's got to be 15 or better. We are trying to steal. That is a 7, 11, 17. 17 steal with that lead. We got ourselves a stolen base. Rolling for the lead. Rolling for the lead? Did I have to put that in? How do I undo that? See, this is why I don't do it. I've not actually even tried to steal bases before, so let's make sure we're getting it right. Stolen bases. Base stealing. SB, runner on second steals third. So do I actually have to put in the base? So we're going to say... So it's... So I guess it's just going to be RBS1 or SBR1S. So Friel got on with a walk. And now we're going to try with the stolen base. R1S. Wait, do I actually have to put it in as a swing? So SBR1S. Is that right? Do I put the steal in? Okay, there we go. So I put the steal in as a swing. I don't actually have to hit the steal button. All right, so Ryan Friel has gotten the walk, and he's put himself on second base off of Christian Parker. And Jorge Posada, Darren Fletcher with in the box. That is a 5-3-4. 5-3-4 is against the first baseman. 5-3-4 first baseman is Tino Martinez. 5-3-4. That's a 3 unassisted. And Ryan Friel should advance over to third base. Bringing up Carlos Delgado with 1 out. Delgado on the season is only 3 for 19. 1 home run, 5 strikeouts. He could really stand to get himself moving here. 3-1-4. 3-1-4. That is a mighty swing. 3-1-4 is a strikeout for Delgado. And Christian Parker finds himself with an opportunity to get out of this jam with Friel on third. Shannon Stewart up to bat. That's a 5-6-8. 6 is the shortstop. Derek Jeter gets his first action. 5-6-8. And that is a single to left field, and Shannon Stewart with 2 outs is able to knock in Ryan Friel and put the Yankees or the Toronto Blue Jays up 1-0 in the top of the first inning. Jose Cruz Jr. hitting 2 for 18. When I say the Blue Jays are in a slump, I mean it. They are in a slump. Let's see. We've got Jose Cruz rolled a 4-2-4. 4-2-4. And Cruz swings, and that ball flies deep into the outfield. Way back, Bernie Williams looks up, and that ball is gone. Jose Cruz Jr. with his second home run of the season puts the Toronto Blue Jays up 3-0 before the Yankees have even had an opportunity to bat. Can Raul Mondesi continue the damage? 1-1-6. 1-1-6. And Christian Parker is able to get Mondesi to chase on a slider outside the zone. But not before the Blue Jays put 3 runners on, or 3 runs across the plate. 3 runs, 2 hits, and no one left on base. And after 1/2 an inning, Toronto Blue Jays 3, New York Yankees coming up to bat. Esteban Loaiza gets his second start of the year. He went, let's see, last game, he went 6 2/3 innings, 4 strikeouts, and did pick up, no, he actually got the loss. Am I able to click on Loaiza and see his events? Can I see the games in which he's played? Let's find out. If I click on his name, what does it give me? Yeah, let's see. Event tables, transactions, replay daily. Here we go. 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 home runs, 4 strikeouts in 6 2/3 innings. All right. Let's bring up that box score and get that starting lineup for the New York Yankees. Starting at DH and batting first is David Justice. At third base and second in the lineup, Scott Brocious. Batting third, Bernie Williams. Batting fourth is Derek Jeter, the shortstop, in his first game action of the season. Batting fifth, Tino Martinez at first. Sixth is Jorge Posada at catcher. Paul O'Neill in right field batting seventh. Michael Coleman in left field batting eighth. And Luis Sojo playing at second base today, batting ninth. Facing off against Loaiza, who's looking to get himself into the win column. So, the windup and the pitch. 3-0-1. 3-0-1. And David Justice steps out of the box just as quickly as he stepped into the box. Strike 3, and Loaiza sets him down. First strikeout of the day for Loaiza. 3-2-6 for Scott Brocious. 3-2-6. And that's another big swing and a miss. 2 up, 2 down. And Loaiza has got some extra movement on his ball today. Bernie Williams steps in for his first attempt. He's 6 for 17 to start the season. 353 average with a better than 1 OPS. We're looking at a 4.55. 4.55 versus a righty. And Bernie Williams rips a ball into the outfield, bounces up off the wall, but Jose Cruz is able, I'm going to say it's Cruz. Mondesi is able to grab it, toss it back in, and hold Bernie Williams to a stand-up double. Derek Jeter comes up with his first plate appearance of the year. That is a 6-2-3. We're adding 5 for the home team, so that makes it a 6-2-8. 6-2-8, and that is a fly ball to the shortstop. So I guess we're going to have to say it's a line out to the shortstop. That's what we're going with. Chris Woodward puts his glove up to protect his face, and Jeter is down. And after 1, Toronto 3, New York Yankees nothing. Tony Batista steps into the box for the first time today. He's batting .455, one of the Blue Jays that's actually batting well, but he's only gotten 11 at-bats. For whatever reason, they've just not been starting him. And the pitch, 1-0-9. 1-0-9 becomes a 3-0-9. And Batista is caught looking, strikeout. Bring up Chris Woodward. So Christian Parker has 3 strikeouts in this game. He only got 1 in real life, so he's already topped that. But like I said, he did put up 7 or give up 7 earned runs in that one start he got back in 2001. Chris Woodward into the box with a 4-6-3. 4-6-3. And that is a triple. I don't even have words to say for that. Chris Woodward rips a ball into the corner, and I guess it's not the corner. Bernie Williams can't do much about it. Chris Woodward uses that. He doesn't even have a lot of speed. I don't know what to say about this one. But Chris Woodward finds himself sliding into third base with a triple. And Brian Simmons gets an opportunity to knock him in. Brian Simmons, this is his second game, and he's 0 for 3 in this young season. That is a 2-2-3. 2-2-3 against a switch hitter becomes a 5-8-3. 5-8-3 goes to center field. 5-8-3 is an F8++. So a runner on third base will score. I guess they'll advance. So we're going to go F8++. That should be a sac fly. Is that going to work? Chris Woodward should come in. Yes, sir. And the Toronto Blue Jays put another one on the board thanks to some good fundamental baseball. Brian Simmons knocks in. Chris Woodward puts the Blue Jays up 4-0. This is exciting. You have no idea how exciting this is. Can you tell how excited I am? Ryan Freel up. He started off the game with a walk, stolen base, and a run scored. 5-3-6. That goes to our first baseman, Tino. 5-3-6. And that is a single through to right field. F. Oh, no, it's a single. We're not going to try Paul O'Neill's arm, I've decided. All right. Ryan Freel on first base. Darren Fletcher steps in. Freel is not going to try to run this time. We're already up 4-0. I mean, maybe we should just try to put the screws to him, but Darren Fletcher. We are looking at a 6-7-8. 6-7-8. That is a bloop single with 2 outs. That's a long single. And our guy should go first to third. Let's find out. Does Freel go first to third? He does. We got runners on the corners. 2 outs for Delgado to maybe avenge himself after he struck out in the first inning. Carlos Delgado with the dice getting stuck in the tower. That is a 3-8-5. Carlos Delgado, 3-8-5. Let's see, 3-8-5. And it is the pitcher's best friend. That is a 3-6-3 double play. I guess it doesn't even matter. Force out at first. Delgado goes down because there were already 2 outs. And the Blue Jays put another one on the board. On 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 runners left. Going to the bottom of the second, New York Yankees down 4-0. Tino Martinez gets his first at-bat of the day against Loaiza. That is a 5-0-9. And that means we are looking at those rare plays. Let's get our book. Let's get our book. 5-0-9. Nobody on base, right? Nobody on base. 5-0-9. Yeah, see, I've never actually gone and re-rolled, so I guess we're going to re-roll here. We got ourselves a 5-3-5. 5-3-5. Interference. Weak grounder to the pitcher. Throw to first. Hits the batter in the back as they're running inside the baseline. Batter is out for interference. Runners return to bases. So that's one. I don't know how we're going to input interference into Diamond Digital. We got interference here once. Catcher's interference is the only thing here. So we're just going to call it, I mean, technically, this is not what occurred, but we're just going to end up saying that Tino Martinez, it's a ground ball. We'll say Darren Fletcher at 2-3. Yeah. Maybe there's some way to put in interference, and if you know how to put in the interference, let me know. Put it in the comments. That'd be great. Jorge Posada steps into the box. That's a 4-8-7. For the fly ball to center, Jose Cruz gets under it and puts it away for the second out of the inning. Loaiza is cruising so far. For Paul O'Neill, 1-2-0. And that is a fly ball to right field. Raul Mondesi gets under it. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Loaiza. Headed to the top of the third. Toronto Blue Jays up by 4. Shannon Stewart gets his first opportunity. We are looking at a 3-0-3. 3-0-3 is a swing and a miss. Fourth strikeout of the day for Christian Parker. Jose Cruz steps in with a 1-4-2. And that is a 3-1 ground out. Tino Martinez smothers the ball. Christian Parker runs over and he's able to underhand it to him to just beat out Cruz as he's running down to first base. 2 down for Raul Mondesi Jr. Raul Mondesi, wrong Jr. Raul Mondesi, the dad. We are at a 6-4-0. 6-4-0. Ball flies out to Bernie Williams patrolling center field, and he puts it away for the third out. Christian Parker continues to get to stay in this game. Michael Coleman coming up. 1 for 2 on the season. First start. No. Yeah, first start of the season. The pitch. 5-6-1. It goes to our shortstop, Chris Woodward. 5-6-1. We're not playing our traditional position. And because we're not, I always forget how it works. It's like, got to beat his arm or something, right? Steal attempts, runner, pitcher fatigue, challenges. Runner advances on the wrong hits. Defense. Here we go. Rolls. Is it on this card? I've got the card here somewhere. Maybe I'll just run the right rule book like usual. So we're looking at, this is season ticket. That's what I want. We're looking at ratings-based defense. Infielders. See, there's like a chart here. I don't have to know how to do that. If the blue die, which is a 1, is equal to or lower than the player's range, the batter is out. So we're looking at Chris Woodward. His range at shortstop is a 5. We rolled a 1. He is out. There we go. So Michael Coleman rounds out 6-3. Bringing up Luis Sojo. 0 for 4 to start the year. That is a 1-2-2. 1-2-2 for Raul Mondesi? No, 1-2-2 for Luis Sojo. 1-2-2. Fly ball to right field. Mondesi is getting in on the action a little bit more, and he puts it away. 2 down. David Justice steps back in the box. That is a 5-7-5. We're checking out left fielder Shannon Stewart. 5-7-5. Yep, that is a fly ball. Shannon Stewart puts his defense to the test. Catches that ball and puts it away. And through 3. Blue Jays lead 4-0. Christian Parker faces Tony Batista. Here we go. Tony Batista. That is a 4-0-0 versus a righty. And Batista swings and misses, and he's set down. That is the 5th strikeout of the day for Parker. Chris Woodward now steps in. 1 for 1 on the day with a triple and a run scored. That is a 2-8-8. 2-8-8 against a righty. That ball is to deep left field. We're going to add 1 to that value. Chris Woodward's power is 6 plus 7, 8, 9. That is a single. A long, deep single, but that still gets Chris Woodward on base. 2 for 2 for the day. What does... It says batter question mark. 1++. Batter question mark. So I guess the question mark means he can challenge if he wants. Right? The batter can challenge if he wants. So who's got that ball? It was... at this point, we'll just take the single. We'll be happy with the single. Brian Simmons steps in. 0 for 1. Or no, 0 for 0 with a sac fly and an RBI. That's a 4-4-0 against a righty. That is a 3 unassisted. And Chris Woodward's able to move up to second on the ball field by Tino Martinez. Ryan Friel, 1 for 1 with a walk, run scored, and a stolen base today, and a single. Christian Parker throws his 68th pitch of the match, the game. 5-8-3. That goes to our center fielder. Whee! 5-8-3 goes to center fielder Bernie Williams. 5-8-3. That is a fly ball and an out. And Ryan Friel cannot push another one across. And Scott Brocious is going to step up for the Yankees in the bottom of the 4th inning. 0 for 1, and he struck out back in the 1st. Stuck dice again. What is going on here, Tower? 4-3-3. 4-3-3 is a 6-3 ground out. 1 down. In steps Bernie Williams. 1 for 1 with a double. The only hit of the day for the Yankees. That's a 4-9-0. I'm sorry, a 2-9-0. I can't read. 2-9-0 against the switch hitter. That ball is to right field, but the wind will it keep it in? That is a, come on, dice. That's a 5. Plus Bernie's power of 7. That's a 12 minus 1. That's an 11. 11 into right field. That is a double. Second double of the game for Bernie Williams. That's been the only mark on Loaiza's term paper. That's a strange thing to say. Bringing up Derek Jeter, 0 for 1 in his first at bat. That's a 3-0-6. Jeter must have a little bit of rust because he swings and misses. And Loaiza's got his third K of the day. Tino Martinez steps in, 0 for 1. With 2 down, that's a swing. 5-1-2 goes back to the pitcher. 5-1-2, that is a 1-3 ground out. And Loaiza is able to set them down and keep the Yankees at bay, stranding Bernie Williams on second base again. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. And after 4, Toronto 4, New York Yankees, nothing muffin. Christian Parker, they're going to try to keep him out there for 1 more inning. We'll start seeing fatigue, but the Yankees, I'm thinking, let's take a look at their bullpen. The Yankees have a bullpen, and Brian Bowringer, he is the long guy. Yep, we're going to warm up Bowringer. Christian Parker, can he get 1 more inning? He's definitely pitching better in this game than he did in real life. 2.79 against Darren Fletcher. 2.79. Oh boy. It's against the lefty. That ball is to deep right field. Does Darren Fletcher have enough? That is a 12 plus his 5. That is a 17 plus take 1 away. That's a 16. That ball is high and far and way out of here. Darren Fletcher connects on his first home run of the season. And the Toronto Blue Jays go up 5-0. Carlos Delgado would be great if he would do something. 0 for 2 on the day. Here we go. That is a 5-3-2. 5-3-2. That goes to the first baseman, Tino Martinez. 5-3-2. That is a 3 unassisted. Whoops. And Carlos Delgado continues to be ice cold. If another runner gets on base, the Yankees are ready to bring up Bowringer. We're going to go check Baseball Reference and make sure I'm saying his name right. I'm trying very hard to make sure that I'm saying these players' names correctly. So we're going to pop over here. And we're going to go to here. We're going to go to here. It says his name is Bowringer. All right, cool. So I'm getting it right. Bowringer. 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 Shannon Stewart. That is a 1-2-4. 1-2-4 is a fly out to left field. Michael Coleman puts it away, and there's 2 down for Jose Cruz. He's 1 for 2 today with a home run and 2 RBIs. His second bomb of the season. That is a 4-8-3. 4-8-3 against a righty. That ball is deep to center field, but Bernie Williams is able to drift over and put it away. And that is going to be the end of the 5th inning and the end of the day for Christian Parker. Let's see. Can I? No, I hit the wrong button. Put me back in my game, please. Here we go. Bring up this box score. The final line for Christian Parker: 5 innings, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts, 2 home runs. So ultimately, it's still better than what he got in real life, but Bowringer is going to be the reliever that comes in to relieve him. Loaiza only thrown 45 pitches thus far through the first 4 innings, and Jorge Posada is his first enemy. 2-5-4. 2-5-4 against a switch hitter is a fly ball to right field, and Mondesi puts it away for Paul O'Neill. 1 down. Paul O'Neill steps into the box. The wind and the pitch. 1-2-0. 1-2-0. Mondesi doesn't even have to move. That second ball goes directly to him, and there's 2 down just like that. Loaiza has only thrown 5 pitches this inning, and Michael Coleman steps in. That's a 1-3-0. And we got ourselves another fly ball, this time to Shannon Stewart. And Esteban Loaiza sets him down 1-2-3 through 5. Blue Jays up 5-0 over the Bronx Bombers. Christian Parker is out of this game. And Brian Bowringer comes in to pitch. All right, here goes Brian Bowringer facing off against Raul Mondesi in his first at-bat. Bowringer is going to get Mondesi, Batista, and Woodward. That is a 6-9-8. Oh boy, 6-9-8. Deep center field. Mondesi's got a power of 7 plus a 14. That's a 21 to center field. Is that right? Oh, you know what? I don't know if I've ever adjusted for temperature. We are looking at power of 7 plus a 5. That's 12. Plus a 9. That's 21. And that is just a long, deep out. Bernie Williams up against the wall, puts it away, and Bowringer gets away with one there. 1 down, and Tony Batista stepping into the box. 1-4-8. Single to left field. And Michael Coleman, how noodle of an arm does he have? Tony Batista is not fast. He's not even going to try it. He's just going to go get on first base and be happy about it. And in steps Chris Woodward. Chris Woodward, 2 for 2 on the day. 3-4-7. Swing and a miss. Chris Woodward down on strikes for designated hitter Brian Simmons today. That is a 6-5-7. Ground out. 4-6. I guess it's 4-6. Forsythe at second base. Tony Batista is retired. And heading to the bottom of the 6th, Loaiza, who continues to be in complete control of this game. Loaiza facing off against Soho, Justice, and Brocious in the bottom of the 6th. First batter, Luis Soho. That is a 1-4-9. And that is a ground ball to the first baseman. Loaiza runs over to cover, takes it, steps on the bag, and there's 1 down for the slugger David Justice. 6-6-2, but it's the home team, so it becomes a 6-6-7. 6-6-7. Yep, and that is a 6-3 ground out. David Justice is retired. And here comes Scott Brocious. He's 0 for 2 for the day. 2 outs. And the pitch. And Brocious, 3-7-2. Grounds into a 5-3 ground out. And just like that, 1-2-3, the Yankees are down again. Loaiza is coasting along. Bowringer. This is probably going to be his last inning. So let's go take a look at that Yankees pen and figure out who else is eligible. We are looking at Todd Williams, Randy Choate, Mike Stanton. We're going to bring in Todd Williams. You know what? We're going to warm up. We're going to warm up the righty Todd Williams and the lefty Randy Choate. That's how that's going to work. Nobody tells me I have to warm these guys up, but that's just how I feel like this would go. How we doing, Zach? I don't typically do live. My life is so crazy in terms of scheduling that when I have time to do live, I do live. And when I end up having to just record because I was able to find an hour, I could just throw it in. But yeah, thanks for joining me here tonight. I'm just kind of talking out loud at myself. Finally, my Blue Jays are starting to put some runs on the board. Now, I am lucky enough that the pitcher on record tonight for the New York Yankees was Christian Parker, who only got 1 start in the big leagues that season, and he got smoked. He gave up, it was like 7 earned runs in 3 innings. So this was a good time for maybe my Blue Jays to right the ship. We're headed here to the top of the 7th inning. Brian Bowringer is pitching. Ryan Friel is at bat. So here we go. Ryan Friel, 1 for 2 on the day. That is a 3-5-0. 3-5-0. We're looking at a 6-3 ground out. Ryan Friel sent back to the dugout. You know, I would love to do iRacing. At some point, I'm going to give it a shot. I know in an alternate life, I was a race car driver. I'm pretty certain of it, or at least I wanted to be. Yeah, that's awesome that you play iRacing. I was able to catch Keith's play stream earlier tonight, looking at the 75 greatest NASCAR drivers. That looks awesome to try to get something like that to the table. I'm a big fan of the what if type stuff. Thus, this is why I'm playing this type of thing. But yeah, the cards there that he's putting out, that looks really awesome as well. I have family that enjoy that the Canes won. He tends to give us grief because we're Flyers fans up here in this space. But yeah, I ended up having to watch the Sixers lose tonight to the Celtics. So now we got to go back to Boston for a Game 7. That's not feeling so super awesome there either, but it's okay. We got baseball on tonight. Darren Fletcher is 2 for 3 for the day. He entered the game hitting 067, but he's 2 for 3 with a home run tonight. Darren Fletcher, Bowringer with the windup and the pitch. 6-7-2. 6-7-2. We're looking at a wild pitch that doesn't matter because there's no one else on base. So let's get ourselves a reroll here. We're looking at a 5-8-8. 5-8-8 goes to our center fielder, Bernie Williams. 5-8-8 is a single. Bernie can't get to it. That puts Darren Fletcher on base for the 3rd time today. And Bowringer might only get to face one more batter. If somebody else gets on base, I have a feeling that we are going to be benching or pulling Bowringer out of here. Oh, the Flyers are in a really rough spot right now. I grew up with the Legion of Dooms, so, you know, it was Michael Renberg and Eric Lindros and John LeClaire and Ron Hextall. My favorite was Jean Podine. So, like, that's the the era of Flyers that I grew up actually watching. I watched some of, like, Giroux, but Man, there's not a lot to be super hopeful here with Carter Hart not being everything that they hoped he would be. It's going to be an uphill climb for a little while. Carlos Delgado, 0 for 3. He does have Fletcher there on first base, but Delgado's scuffles continue. 5-3-9. We're going to the first baseman. That's Tino Martinez. 5-3-9. And that is a single to right field, and that ball squirts past Tino. We're going to say ground ball to 9. F9 ground ball. Is that right? I think I've got this syntax figured out. Great. Darren Fletcher's not going anywhere. We are just going to leave him where he's at. He's a slow slug as it is. And Shannon Stewart steps in, 1 for 3 on the day with a ribby. You know what? I think that's all we've written for Brian Bowringer. The Yankees have seen enough. With Shannon Stewart coming up, we got a bunch of righties and a couple of switch hitters coming in. So Todd Williams is going to find his way into this game. That's all Bowringer has in his... that's all the bullets he's got in his cannon. That's not a saying, right? Todd Williams comes in to pitch. In real life, Todd Williams got 15 games. He went 1-0 with a 4.7 ERA. Let's see what he's got going right now. Todd Williams. This is his first game of the season. So maybe he's got an opportunity to rewrite some history here. Maybe Shannon Stewart can take him deep. That is a 5-7-5. 7 goes to left fielder Michael Coleman. 5-7-5. We're looking at a left field range of 5. And I got to make sure I'm getting that right because he is not playing his traditional spot in the lineup or in the field. And I just had the rules here. Here we go. Outfielders. The batter is out if the blue die is equal to or lower than the fielder's range. It's a 5. His range in left field is also a 5. So unfortunately for Shannon Stewart, he is out. And that is 2 down with 2 men on base for Jose Cruz, who has flexed some power today. He's 1 for 3 with a home run that he hit back there in the first inning. First at bat? Yeah, first inning. Sure, that looks right. Todd Williams with the pitch. 3-0-4. 3-0-4, and Jose Cruz swings right through it. Leaves 2 men on base, and Todd Williams is able to put out the fire. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 runners left. And after 6.5, it is Toronto 5 and the New York Yankees nothing muffin. Esteban Loaiza, 61 pitches through 6 innings. He is being efficient, if nothing else. Loaiza facing off against Bernie Williams, Derek Jeter, and Tino Martinez this inning. And here comes that first pitch to Mr. Bernie. 1-3-8. 1-3-8. That ball is a fly ball out to left field. Shannon Stewart puts the glove around it. Bernie Williams is down. 1 down. Derek Jeter steps to the box. 0 for 2 on the day. And this his first game of the season. That is a 2-8-0. 2-8-0. That ball, he's a righty. That ball is to deep left field. Derek Jeter has a power of 6. We're going to be adding 1 for win. That's a 7 plus a 12. That is a 19. And Derek Jeter gets a hold of one and muscles it out over the left field wall to end the shutout. And Derek Jeter has a home run. It, of course, went to right field, but in the end, it doesn't matter. It's still a home run. Esteban Loaiza's opportunity for a shutout is gone. Jeter 1. Yankees, all other Yankees, nothing. I am pretty sure that Esteban Loaiza is actually in jail now. because I think he was smuggling drugs. I think that's the story. You know what? I feel like I need to look it up now because I don't want to be smearing his good name if that's not the case. Esteban Loaiza. Let's see. Yep, back in 2019, he got sentenced and deported back to Mexico for his sentence because they found 40 pounds of cocaine in a townhome that he was renting. So yeah, Esteban Loaiza at least isn't here anymore. He's back in Mexico where he's being handled, I guess. Esteban Loaiza pitches to Tino Martinez. That is a 5.88. 5.88 goes to our center fielder, Jose Cruz. 5.88. That is a single to center field. And suddenly, it's only 2 batters. But things are starting to feel a little hairy all of a sudden. He's still only at 68 pitches. So he's definitely still got some time to go. But in steps Jorge Posada, Tino Martinez on first, and only 1 down. Ooh, that is a 6.89. But with it being the home team batting, that is a 6.94. And that becomes a walk. And Loaiza has 2 men on base suddenly with 1 out, with Paul O'Neill coming to the plate. O'Neill is 0 for 2 on the day, 2 flyouts to Mondesi. We're looking for a ground ball here. So we are... What do we want to do with our defense? We're going to leave them where they're at. We're going to leave them where they're at. That's what we're going to do. Oh my goodness, that is a 6.46 becomes a 6.64, which becomes a 6.69. And that 6.69 is a 6.4 putout. I did not bring the runners in, so it's just a 6.4 putout. Tino Martinez does move over to third. Paul O'Neill finds himself on first. And Michael Coleman steps in for some redemption. Does he have magic in that bat? It's a 3.15 off the bat. That is a swing and a miss. There is no magic for Michael Coleman. And Loaiza sets him down and puts out the fire. After 7, the Blue Jays 5 and the New York Yankees 1. Todd Williams is still here in the game. I'm thinking we're going to keep Randy Choate up in the lineup or in the bullpen, but we're also going to bring up Carlos Almanzar because he's a righty. If Todd Williams can get all the way up to Darren Fletcher and Carlos Delgado, we'll bring Choate in, but otherwise Almanzar is probably going to be our next pitcher for the Yankees. That's what I'm thinking. Right now, I'm not feeling obligated to bring in or to warm anybody up for the Blue Jays. So Todd Williams pitches to Raul Mondesi. It is a 6.58. 6.58. That's off that card, 6.58. And that is a 5.4. Well, I guess it's not a 5.4, it's a 5.3. And Mondesi is out for Tony Batista. And his big windy-uppy hips. Tony Batista with the pitch. Or I guess it was Todd Williams with the pitch. That is a 1-2-3. And that is a single for Tony Batista. The Blue Jays get a little bit more pressure on the Yankees. Chris Woodward steps in 2 for 3 on the day with a triple and a run scored. Todd Williams with a pitch. 1-8-4. 1-8-4 is a bloop single. And with a bloop single and less than 2 outs, No one goes anywhere. Batista moves up to second, which I think is probably what would have happened. And here comes designated hitter Brian Simmons. Brian Simmons, 0 for 2 with a sac fly and a run scored. The Yankees really want to get to Darren Fletcher. So they're they're going to try to stretch out. Are they? Do I have a decider die here? I do. So we're going to roll this decider die. I don't really know what I think the Yankees would do. Are they going to... If it's blue, they leave in Williams. And if it's red, they bring in Almanzar. It is red. Todd Williams finds himself out of the game, and Carlos Almanzar comes in to try to hold these Blue Jays off the scoreboard. Where are you at, Almanzar? Here we go. All right. Carlos Almanzar comes in to pitch to Brian Simmons. Oh, I don't need my decider die anymore. Here we go. 3-4-3. And Almanzar gets Simmons to swing and miss over top of a curveball. That's 2 down, and suddenly Ryan Freel finds himself in a 2-out position. Against Almanzar, this is probably his only inning. Almanzar does not have any stamina at all. Ryan Freel, 1 for 3 with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored, and that is a 1-1-9. 1-1-9 is a fly out to left field. And Almanzar is able to save Todd Williams' behind. To the bottom of the 8th inning, Blue Jays 5, Yankees 1. Loaiza finds himself at 83 pitches. We'll reassess, depending on how this inning goes, we'll reassess if we need to bring somebody else in. Loaiza is going to be facing off against Luis Sojo, David Justice, and Scott Brocious. Is there anybody on the Yankees bench that I feel like they would bring in as a pinch hitter at this point? Because Luis Sojo is not inspiring much. What position is Sojo playing today? Second base. Yeah, you know what? Luis Sojo is going to get pinch hit for by Chucky Knobloch. Chuck Knobloch is going to come in and play at second base and pinch hit for Sojo. Sorry, Mr. Sojo. Chuck Knobloch's taking your spot. I bet you Knobloch didn't play second base at all this season. This is when he had gotten the yips, I think, and forgot how to throw from second base to first. Esteban Loaiza kicks and pitches. That is a 1-8-4 to Chuck Knobloch. 1-8-4 is a bloop single. And all of a sudden, I think the Blue Jays really want to win this game. So we are going to bring somebody, at least get somebody up on the mound in the bullpen. I'm not sure how... Oh, no, my cards! I'm not sure how tired my pen is. So let's see what we got to deal with. We are looking at... Those guys are all tired. We're going to warm up Kevin Byrne. No. We're going to warm up Pedro Borbon. Pedro Borbon is my setup man. So if Loaiza can't do it, we're going to go to Borbon. David Justice. At bat. 4-8-6. 4-8-6. That is a fly ball to center field. And no one advances because they're not on second and third. So 1 down. Scott Brocious at bat. Loaiza kicks and delivers 5-1-0. That goes to our pitcher. And that is a 1-6-3 double play. Esteban Loaiza is able to get Brocious, hit the comebacker back to him from Loaiza to whoever our shortstop is today. That guy, Chris Woodward, over to Carlos Delgado, and Loaiza still has an opportunity to go the distance. Carlos Almanzar is done, and our pitcher for the day is now Randy Choate. We got Almanzar. Nope. We got Randy Choate coming in as our pitcher. And we need to mark Knobloch as our second baseman. Yes, my card says he's qualified. So that's what we're doing. If they don't have an assignment for him here in Digital Diamond Baseball, that tells me he did not play second base that year at all. All right, Randy Choate faces off against Darren Fletcher. They ended up getting their lefty-on-lefty matchup. Darren Fletcher, 3 for 4. Home run, RBI, and a run scored. That is a 4-7-1. 4-7-1. That is against the lefty. That's a fly out to left field. And Darren Fletcher is down with Carlos Delgado and his terrible 544 OPS. Boom. 1-6-8. And he worked himself a walk. I guess that'll help the OPS. It'll at least get a base to add to those numbers. Shannon Stewart steps in. This is Randy Choate's game to finish. Unless his arm blows up. That is a 6.99. Whole doggy. 6.99. That is to deep center field. Shannon Stewart with his 4. Plus 8. That's 12. That ball is deep, but not deep enough. And that is a fly out. And Delgado has to retreat back to first. How we doing, Rob? You missed yourself a great game. Loaiza so far, he just gave up his first run of the game, about 2 innings back to Jeter here in his first inning, or first game of the season. We are getting ourselves to the point where the Yankees are just trying to get back to the bottom of the 9th to finish up this game and get themselves on the scoreboard. I'm still not great at commentating. When I was a little kid, I was convinced that I was going to be a great sports commentator. I'm not sure if this is like a case of my mind is split between playing the game and having to talk about the game, but that's why it just sounds like I feel like I ramble all the time. So the fact that even anybody is here to listen, I truly appreciate it. Jose Cruz steps in with 2 outs and Delgado on first. Randy Choate with the pitch. 5-7-2. That is going to go to our left fielder, Michael Coleman. 5-7-2. That is a range of 5 against the 2 die. And Michael Coleman drifts over, makes the squeeze on the out. And Randy Choate gets out without allowing any damage. And we are headed to the bottom of the 9th. Loaiza at 94 pitches. Bourbon is just kind of staying warm at this point. It is Bernie Williams, Derek Jeter, and Tino Martinez coming to bat. Part of the Yankees order. Well, thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. I right at the moment, I'm kind of hooked on the baseball stuff, but it's because I'm also making sure that I'm getting all the rules and sticking them in my head. I've got to get my History Maker Golf back to the table. That guy, it is my favorite of all of the games that I play, but it also takes so much time for me to get it right. I also need to get back to my Fast Drive Football XFL replay. I'm 5-6 weeks in on that one. I just need to get that back to the table. It kind of got pushed off a little bit as I started getting myself involved in some more difficult or challenging games, but I'm at least going to finish that season, I promise, for everybody that cares about a 2001 XFL replay. We got Esteban Loaiza 94 pitches against Bernie. Bernie is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. That is a 297. 297. Oh boy, against that switch hitter. That ball is to deep right field. Maybe there is enough wind to keep it in. That is a 10 plus Bernie's power of 7. That's 17 minus 1 for wind is 16. But the wind is not enough. Bernie gets a hold of that one and hits it deep to right field. Mondesi can't do anything but turn around and watch it. And all of a sudden, Esteban Loaiza has given up solo shots in the last 3 innings. And the Yankees are within 3, 5-2. Pedro Borbon is still out there warming up, but we're going to get Billy Koch up to see if he needs to close out this game. He starts warming up that shoulder real fast. You're right. I've never played Cold Snap. I started looking at it. I was like, this is a game that I think I could play. I've been fascinated with the idea that I'm going to someday learn the sports that I've never seen and don't understand all of the rules on them. I have a bucket list item to make sure that I learn to understand cricket, and looking at Cold Snap's Canadian League football, right? I know there's not a huge amount of difference there, but getting something that's in depth, especially if you can do fictional players, or at least be able to generate your own. I love the fictional world. I came from computer-based stat sims like front office football and out of the park baseball and the Wolverine sports games like pro basketball, something or other. I forget what it's called. I tend to like dabble in a whole lot of things here and there, but I am going to give Cold Snap a look. All right, we got Derek Jeter stepping in. This is if Loaiza lets another guy on base. Loaiza is going to come out. We're going to have to go. If I can get Loaiza to, we'll see. Let's see. Loaiza with the pitch. 3-4-0. And that is a infield single for Derek Jeter. We're going to go fielded by 3, soft ground ball. Is that right? Yep, Delgado's able to grab it, but Jeter beats him to the bag. And I've had enough. I cannot leave Loaiza here in this game. He's pitched himself a gem, but Loaiza's got to come out of the game. Let's see. Borbon is going to come in. I know that Koch is warming, but I know he's not warm yet. There's only been one pitcher pitched to. Tino's a lefty, Posada bats switch, and Paul O'Neill is a lefty as well. So with Borbon being a left-handed pitcher, he's going to come in and maybe try to get this save. His real-life numbers aren't terrible, although I will be completely honest that I struggled to remember what numbers looked like in 2001. So Borbon with a 3.71 ERA. He only gave up 8 home runs in 53 innings, so I guess it could be worse. Pedro Borbon steps in, the 33-year-old lefty, facing off against the 30-year-old lefty, Tino Martinez. Tino is 1 for 3 on the day, and here it comes, 3-1-6. And Borbon gets Tino Martinez to swing over top. And there is one down with Jeter stuck on first. Let's take a look at that Jeter. I'm looking at the wrong card. Let's take a look at that Jeter speed. Speed of 6. Jeter's going to try to take a lead. See what happens. So Borbon's got a hold of 1, which puts him at 11. We're going to see if Jeter gets a lead. His steal. Where'd you go, Jeter? His steal is 7 plus 5. That's 12 against 11. So Jeter is able to get the lead. With 1 down, Jeter is going to try to steal this bag. So Darren Fletcher is the catcher, as much as I hate it. He's got an arm of 4. So that's a 14. So Jeter's speed of 6 plus all the dice has to beat 14. That's a 15. Oh, yeah, Derek Jeter steals second base easy. Stolen base, runner on one, score, or steals the base. And Jeter puts himself in scoring position, pulls a steal off against Bourbon and Darren Fletcher. And all of a sudden, Posada finds himself with a runner in scoring position with 1 out. That is a, oh no, that is a 6-2-1. 6-2-1. That is a pop-up to the first baseman. Or first baseman? No, second baseman. I still get my baseball fielding numbers wrong. Ball pops up to Ryan Friel, and Derek Jeter has to stay standing on second with Paul O'Neill coming up. Bourbon looking to close out this save. Paul O'Neill 0 for 3 on the day. 2 flyouts and a fielder's choice. The wind and the pitch. Oh, that is a, oh no, that's a 6-8-9. With it being the home run or the home team, that makes it a 6-9-4. 6-9-4 is a walk. Paul O'Neill puts himself on base, and the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Michael Coleman. Michael Coleman does not inspire confidence, so if I were the Yankees, which I don't want to be, but if I were the Yankees, I would be pinch hitting here with Alfonso Soriano. So that is what the Yankees are going to do. And I'm going to counter because Pedro Bourbon is going to come out of this game and Billy Koch is going to come in. So we need... This is not what I expected to be happening here. Michael Coleman comes out. Alfonso Soriano comes in as the pinch hitter. And Bourbon comes out. And Billy Koch comes in to close out the game. Man, my Blue Jays, we need to get a second win here. This should not be this stressful. Billy Koch, this is his second game of the season. He's got 1 save, 1 inning pitched, and 1 strikeout. Alfonso Soriano is .267 on the season with 2 strikeouts and no power to show so far. The wind and the pitch. It is a 4-4-2. I got to get the Alfonso Soriano card. 4-4-2 versus a righty. That is a single to left field. Oh, no. All right, so we're looking at a single to left field. And it also means that my lead runner, or the lead runner, can try to advance by challenging the arm. So Shannon Stewart, let's see. Jeter has a speed. I'm on the wrong card again. Jeter has a speed of 6. You know what? Jeter is not going to push it. He's just going to stop at third because they're down 3 and a single, probably at least an extra base hit ties the game. So we are going to... We have 2 outs. We're going to guard the lines, and we're going to put them in no doubles defense. I am putting the Blue Jays in no doubles, which changes bloops and F7 and F9s the singles. No doubles. No doubles. Chuck Knobloch, who got brought in as a pinch hitter in the game, he is 1 for 1 with a single. And Billy Koch. Billy Koch versus Chuck Knobloch and the pitch. Oh no. Okay. 3-8-6. 3-8-6. That ball hit on the ground to that guy, the third baseman, Tony Batista. He grabs the ball, he scoops it, throws across the diamond, and Carlos Delgado squeezes it. The Yankees cannot put any more across the plate, and that's all. The Toronto Blue Jays were able to hold on 5-2 against the New York Yankees. Oh, that was way too much. Way too much. Let's save this game out, and we're going to change our display here. Is it this one? Nope. Yeah, it was that one. Well, here's me. I don't need me to be big. I'll move over here. We're going to pop up our box score for that game. Nobody wants to see a big version of me. But here we are. Here's our box score. Esteban Loaiza with the win. 8 innings pitched, 7 hits. Let's go to our newspaper box score, nice and clean. Loaiza, 8 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. He did give up those 2 home runs. Bourbon comes in and gets a hold, which I don't think he really earned it, but Koch is able to nail down the save with the 1 out, not without walking the tightrope with giving up the 1 hit there in the inning. Parker, in his 1 start of the year, goes 0-1, 5 innings, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, and 5 strikeouts. He also gave up 2 home runs. All those runs were given up by Parker in the first 5 innings. Otherwise, the Yankees bullpen pitched 4 innings of shutout ball. Player of the game, according to Digital Diamond Baseball, is Jose Cruz. Let's take a look at his line for the day. Jose Cruz went 1 for 5 with 2 RBIs. RSBI. I don't think that would be the case. I'd ended up giving the player of the game to Darren Fletcher. 3 for 5 with a home run, an RBI, and a run scored. But either way, the Blue Jays have finally gotten themselves back in the win column. While we're here kind of looking, let's see if anything else interesting happened today. In the game between the New York Mets and the Montreal Expos, the Expos left 14 runners on base, with Ugueth Urbina earning the win. Lee Stevens, 1 for 6 with a home run and 2 RBI. Let's see, any other fun? Elmer Descends. What other fun names we got here? Jordy Miss. No, that's not. I don't know who that guy is. Messier? Don't know. Tomooka, Brian Dahlbach. So now that we are through 6 games through that first week, I'm going to quick pop up the season overview. I'm curious to see what our... Yes, we can have a party and enjoy some cold ones after that win. Finally getting back in the column. AL home run leaders, Brian Dahlbach and Jim Thome have 4 home runs apiece. Richie Sexson has 6. What is going on with Richie Sexson? 6 home runs in 6 games. Daily. He hit 3 home runs on opening day. 1 home run in game 2, and then another 2 home runs in his 4th game of the season. So we know that these are not numbers that we can stick with, but look at that. Billy Koch, 2 with saves. Woo! And Kevin Byrne. OERA. Well, that has been all I've got in me tonight for Season Ticket Baseball and my 2001 Toronto Blue Jays. The next game will end up being the rubber match, continuing to be in New York. Let's see. Let's take a look here back at Baseball Reference and figure out where do we go after we finish our New York. I think we end up going back home. So yeah, we got one more day game. And then we're going to head home and we're going to face the back against those Tampa Bay Devil Rays. It'll actually be a 3-series homestand. It'll be Devil Rays, Kansas City Royals, and the Yankees will come back to the north of the border. So for anybody that came in and hung with me tonight, thanks for showing up, Zach. Thanks for hanging with me, Rob. It was a fun time. I do enjoy doing the stuff live. I wish I had a better way to be able to stream this stuff, but I appreciate the interaction and I really enjoy it. Thanks for coming to the Sports Simulation Spectator. If you want to check out any of the other games, check the playlists, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Just, it's fun to have people here. Thanks. And when I get something around getting it back on the table, we'll get it back on the table. Talk to you later.